Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, Season 2, Episode 126. And in this episode, we continue looking at all of the Doctor Who magazine news going about Shooter Gatwa as the 15th Doctor and Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday ahead of the 2023 Festive special. Don't know if it's Christmas yet. More on that at the end, once I've covered everything. And the 2024 season of Doctor Who. We're going to continue looking at Doctor Who magazine issue 587, looking at the letter of the showrunner, which is, as we know, is written by Russ T. Davies. Russ T. Davies unwraps Doctor Who's Christmas Day teaser. Can we, could we, should we release a trailer 11 months ahead of transmission on Christmas Day? Is that mad? Is that just ridiculous? But we decided that the fun outweighed the risk. At one point before Christmas, Jane Tranter was musing on Shooter's appearance in the Barbie trailer. Bit odd, she said, releasing a trailer now for July. I said, Jane, our show doesn't go out till November. Oh yeah, she said, and we hooted. Our trailer was created by Margaret Wilson and her brilliant team at BBC Studios, with the edit being done by Phil Ball. It went through 100 versions before you saw it. Too much, too little. Is that visual effect? No, special effects. Shot ready. Or should we use placeholder? I guess Star dropped it last second. Ruth Bailey, happy wedding. But then, don't forget warn Ruth. Tell her, let her know the secret's out on Christmas Day. The film will go mad. It did. At one point, we'd been determined to change. I said to Minute, is it like this on Call Them In Right? Oh yes, she said. And we hooted. The trailer contains zero footage for Special 2. I have a dream that Special 2 could air with no previews. It has an opening scene shot in the wide open air full of surprises which no fan or passerby saw. So it's still a lovely secret. I can feel mighty PR forces rising up to scupper my plan. We've got a long way to go, although it's down to 10 months already, hooray. So let's see. But for now, the plan is working. Mind you, as I write this at the beginning of January, who knows what will be spoiled. By the time we read this, that trailer must contain secrets. There's Neil's Patrick House, okay, there's Ruth, there's the Noble Temple family in all their glory, and there's that Ronette patterning was Major Singh. But hold on, wait a minute, who's that? Mom with an umbrella in his back to camera, walking into the bright red shop in the vein. Who's he? That's lovely guest star, wonderful actor, walking past and notice, wait and see. Those 60 seconds were originally designed as a much larger trailer, 90 seconds long, to go out after the Power of the Doctor on the 23rd of October 2022. The trailer for well things, but it's still secret. Announcements of our bigger plans, but then we said no, too soon. No, too soon. And in fairness, we realised this is Jodie's night. It's time for us to step back so we can all celebrate her. Along with viewers around across the world, but the trailer kept taking away. Good. We thought we'd leave it Easter Comic Con one, but then Jude Garland says, oh come on, it's for Christmas, surely it's good. Let people see. Make them smile. Even though that's not an easy decision, this was at the beginning of December, and believe me, every programme wants their own trailer on Christmas Day, especially after Strictly It's Battlefield. These slots are fought over ferociously, so Linda Lee Salt, the director of Bruce Drama, went into fight on our behalf at once. The trailer went out. I still wondered, was it right? We all did. It's our job to work. Too soon, too much, too little, not enough. But then it aired and got 1 million views on YouTube in a single day. That's the result. A few days later, I was in my local newsagent, and well, faithful reader, you're a fan, you know that ultra heightened vision you have for a Doctor Who image across a crowded shop, even in a blackout, even in an air raid, and a typhoon during an earthquake. Who vision? Zoom went my humour vision, and there it was, David and Catherine, the Doctor and Donna on the cover of TV and Satellite Week. The bloody cover. Hoo-ha. That image must have been chosen long before our show was scheduled, because it proved to me that we were right. That Doctor was in the air, but there's an appetite. The title is glittering and promising and leading us forward. Lovely onwards. Next up is the production diary from Doctor Who magazine, issue 587. So we're looking at the production diary, which, as we know, is always written by Scott Hancock, who is the script editor of Doctor Who. Script editor Scott Hancock details Doctor Who's busy December when shooting on the next full series began. As we hurtle towards the end of 2022, December's a shorter month than usual for the Doctor Who production team. We get to enjoy about a 2-week break over the festive period, but that's not going to say there's less going on. Friday the 2nd of December, following our read-through on the 30th of November, pages are now formally locked and shooting scripts have been issued ahead of our first day of filming on Block 1. Revisions include an additional last-minute page for Will, played by Jack Forsyth Noble. One absolute treat to join the Whoniverse at such an exciting time of the show, Jack tells Doctor Who magazine. Russell has brought together a kind and incredibly talented team, and to be part of the first day of filming was really special. Audiences are in for a real treat. Meanwhile, the BBC meet to discuss publicity for our opening block. Crucial camera tests are staged for key characters from episode 1 and receive a new draft of a Block 5 script incorporating a key word, finality. Although it's the weekend, we receive 2 big revisions for 2 Block 1 scripts filming tomorrow and a new draft of a script for Block 4. Monday the 5th of December, today we welcome our Block 3 director Julianne Robinson alongside Block 2's first assistant director Gareth Tandy and director of photography Maslow Bazak. Most importantly, it's also our first day of filming on a brand new series of Doctor Who. Shooting kicks off on stages 4 and 5 at Wolf Studios Wells, welcoming Minnie Gibson on set as Ruby Sunday for the first time. For those who'd like to keep that sort of thing, Shooty Gatwa's first day as the Doctor, as glimpsed in our trailer, he was back in the summer, 21st of June 2022. Monday the 7th of December. While shooting continues on stage 2 today, I popped down to the AD Chucks for a quick sporting arts catch-up with second assistant director Michael Williams. When I emerge, I'm greeted by a surprise visitor in the form of Basil the Fox, who happily poses an impromptu photo shoot. Friday the 9th of December. As the Block 1 crew conclude their first week of filming, director Mark Tondroy, Gareth Tandoy and Mislo Bazak walk through the sets currently under construction for Block 2. Saturday 10th of December, not technically a production entry, but today's our production secretary Chris Harkus marries his fiancée Kelsey. Office hearts melt. Monday the 12th of December, in the office we receive a third draft of a script for Block 3. While somewhere on the outskirts of Cardiff, Block 1 begins a week of location filming that manages to go completely unnoticed. Tuesday the 13th of December, potential Block 3 director of photography meetings take place at Wolf Studios. Wednesday the 14th of December, Mark Tondroy and his team continue to prep Block 2 with some location Reese's and a studio walkabout, followed by a costume meeting with producer Chris May, costume designer Pam Down and executive producers. In the afternoon, House's apartment gather for our first Block 3 tone meeting. Thursday the 15th of December, following yesterday's tone, Rusty Davis meets with the Block 3 producer, director and myself for a detailed page turn. This pivotal episode, plenty to discuss though. 5 minutes conversation is lost to Bronx Nation of Sport. Today also is the day the Office Secret Santa takes place. Gifts include Lady Gaga cut-out, chocolate, scratch cards, water bottles, you name it. And for what it's worth, I still have no idea who my Secret Santa was. Job done. Friday the 16th of December, the Block 3 team meet with a potential first assistant director and work on developing the tone meeting lookbook for the second episode due to be held in January. Meanwhile, at Wolf Studios, Millennium FX arrived to conduct camera tests for our Block 1 monsters. Saturday the 17th of December, it's our last day of filming before Christmas, and a Ghost Doc 2 Pass descends upon Wolf Studios as a former script editor intensive viewing of one of our specials. On location, social media accounts exclusively release images of Shooty Gatwa and Millie Gibson together in costume for the first time as the Doctor and Ruby. Sunday the 18th of December, although we're technically broken for Christmas, today we receive a 5th draft of our first Block 3 script. Tuesday 20th of December, followed by a 5th draft of our Christmas special. Sunday 25th of December, and tonight, after the Christmas edition of Strictly Come Dancing, BBC One has a special trailer for next year's trio of specials starring David Tennant and Catherine Tate. Also features Neil Patrick Harris, Yasmin Finney, Jacqueline King, Carl Connors, Ruth Mader, a character who'd be familiar to long-time readers of Doctor Who magazine. Online, the trailer trends at #1 on YouTube, receiving 1 million hits within 24 hours, more in 2023. Next up is a segment from Doctor Who magazine issue 588, titled New Directions. Showrunner Rusty Davis and executive producer Phil Collinson told Doctor Who magazine about the latest directors joining the Doctor Who team at Wolf Studios. As shooting on Series 14 continues, the Doctor Who production team has revealed the name of two directors new to the show. Block 3 will be directed by Julianne Robinson and Block 4 by Ben Chessel. Julianne is a dream piece of crew for me, because I've wanted to work with her ever since sitting in awe of the BBC's Blackpool, says showrunner Rusty Davis. Julianne comes with the best reference ever, an actor called David Tennant, who starred in Blackpool and loves it. Directing 3 of the 6 episodes of the acclaimed 2004 series was an early highlight in Julianne's career, which has encompassed film, theatre and television, and brought her Emmy, BAFTA and Golden Globe nominations. She's directed 13 US network pilots, bringing 7 of them to series. Now a producer as well as a director, Julianne is a key member of the team behind Netflix historical drama series Bridgerton, which launched in 2020 with an episode she directed. After the success of Bridgerton, work with Julianne became an even more possible hope. Continues so to realise the dream, get Julianne to Cardiff on 2 wildly different episodes by wildly different writers. It's an absolute joy. Next block into production will be directed by Ben Chessel. Our search directors reached all the way to Australia to find Ben, says executive producer Phil Collinson. One of the greatest shows I've ever seen on television is Joe Barton's Girl Hajar for the BBC, with this spectacular finale directed by Ben. It broke all the rules of what television can achieve, so we knew he was perfect fit for this 2-episode block, which takes the whole show into genuinely new territory. We were all wondering how to achieve what's on the page, but Ben has marched in to show us how. Ben is an acclaimed writer-director who's divided his career between the UK, USA and Australia. He directed and co-wrote his first feature film Sucker in 2015 and more recently completed 5 episodes of Netflix drama Surviving Summer, as well as Doctor Who's future projects include the new Amazon comedy Deadlock. Next up is the letter from the showrunner, which as always is written by Rusty Davis. Rusty Davis celebrates the return of an old friend. Welcome back, Sarah Jane. People have thanked me for the return of the Sarah Jane adventures to the iPlayer. I confess it was nothing to do with me. The first we knew, CBBC wrote to tell us it was happening, completely out of the blue. Oh brilliant, thank you. It's worth saying, stuff on the iPlayer is exactly free. First you pay your license fee, then once programs are up, there are residuals to pay. Every actor and writer gets a payment every time you watch a show, which is quite right. And that money is paid by the BBC. So when people ask why isn't X, Y, and Z on the iPlayer, then remember it's cost. And in these days of tightening budgets, should that money go on old shows or new ones? But anyway, Sarah Jane Adventures was back, except for 2 episodes. A brilliant story called The Curse of Clyde Lager, written by Phil Ford, directed by Joss Agnew, was missing. None of us knew why, and no one in CBBC had realised either. The BBC is so multi-talented, it's hard sometimes for one arm to know what the other is doing. We were kind of busy, emails flew. What the hell has happened to Clyde? Sarah Muller, the head of BBC's Children's Commission and Acquisition, sprang into action. She discovered that a complaint against the episodes had been unheld, with the story marked as do not use. The complaint was absolutely valid. It concerned a totem pole ascribed to the image of an origin of truth. Image wouldn't have made a totem poles like the ones seen on screen. Good point. And not Phil's fault at all. Those of us in the production team should have checked that out more diligently. But I love that story. I've always said it's one of the best stories we ever made a kind of, and I apologise for the accuracy when the story says about the homeless is huge and powerful and vital and true. So I said, could we read it out again? As a rule, that means money, and there's no budget for Sarah Jane Adventures anymore. But by a small miracle, it turned out Doctor Who's post-production producer, Ceres Doyle, had been the original editor on that story. What are the chances? She's in the office right next door to me. I steal her biscuits, I hear her snort, so she leapt in to help. Ceres ordered up the master's file complete with split tracks, worked in a spare time free of charge, and within 9 days in December 2022 the incorrect material had been gently carved away, leaving the story still intact. The curse lives. That work didn't stop here. As soon as Doctor Who magazine suggested a celebration of Sarah Jane Adventures, I said, "Oh, We can use those photos as a cover at last. The shoot you see in blossomed on this month's Doctor magazine was taken for the wedding of Sarah Jane Smith and the promise of a Radio Times cover, which never happened. Whether it's football or weather balloon, something less important than Sarah Jane Smith anyway. The photos were quite sharp until this year when I said, their time has come. Problem, said this magazine's editor, puffing on a pipe in his wing-back chair, or how I'd imagine him, don't argue. He said we don't own these photographs, we have to license them, which costs, and this is magazine publishing in 2023, money is tight. But again, people sprung into action. Mandy creates BBC Studios were enormously helpful and traced the photographs by Sven Afterstein back to their source, Media. And amazingly, Immediate Media agreed to let Doctor Who magazine have the image free of charge, for which we're immensely grateful. There's a lot of people take a lot of time out to do a lot of work to restore Sarah Jane Adventures to its proper place. Do you know why? Because it was loved. It's loved now. We love Sarah Jane, we love Liz Day beyond measure. This one's for you, Liz. Cover at last. Thanks, darling. Thanks for absolutely everything. I miss you. Next up is the production diary, which, as always, is written by Scott Hancock. Doctor Who script editor Scott Hancock describes the frantic pace of production at Wolf Studios. Happy New Year! It's 2023, 60 years since we first encountered the first Doctor and Susie in the junkyards in Totter's Lane, and now the year of the 40th Doctor and Donna, but the adventure doesn't stop there. Monday the 2nd of January, technically it's bank holiday, but scripts are still arriving. Draft 5 of our Christmas special comes in. There are a few small amends that are delayed, ironically by Russell taking down his Christmas decorations. Tuesday the 3rd of January, following the festive break, our cast and crew return to Central Cardiff for some location filming. Meanwhile, the executive producers, art department and script team get together for a methodology meeting. What's methodology meeting, I hear you cry? We don't know either at first. It's completely new and an innovation where we sit down with the first draft script before any term meets individuals and talk through what the writer envisages long before any other department has input. So we get the original vision, sets, locations, monsters, stunts, special effects, which just does it all. Wednesday the 4th of January, our first term meeting of the year, an episode for Block 3 visual effects. Supervisor Dan May discusses chess wigs. Executive producer Joel Collins fills us all in on the clitter, block formations in Dartmoor, and a writer references the Keeper of Trapping. Thursday the 5th of January, Andy Pryor joins our director and producers for an online meeting to discuss Block 3 casting. Elsewhere at Wolf Studios, post-production gather to talk through stock footage requirements, and an amended draft of the Christmas special is delivered. Friday the 6th of January, producer Chris May gathers the production assistants to plan our upcoming Block 2 read-through, while amends for Block 1 script includes additional dialogue for newsreaders. Sunday the 8th of January, Russell delivers a 6th draft of a script for Block 3. Monday the 9th of January, dividing forces across England and Wales, our Block 2 and 3 directors reach two very different locations. Dylan Holmes Williams continues to fill Block 1 in Newport, and the Doctor Who social media accounts announce Anna Barnard joining the cast as Roger A. William and Gemma Redgrave returning to the role of Kate Lethbridge Stewart. Online, the editorial team link up for a security meeting to discuss spoilers. Tuesday the 10th of January, today, filming continues in Newport. Block 2 scouts out a nocturnal inner city location, and the Block 3 team meet for a page turn with one of our writers, followed by a special effects catch-up with Aaron Gasser and the team from Real Special Effects. Wednesday the 11th of January, as Block 1 approaches the halfway point, the production team reconvene to plan an extensive shoot in Pembrokeshire. Thursday the 12th of January, the Block 2 crew gather at Wolf Studios for a prop show and tell in the morning, agreeing which options are best aesthetically and practically for use on the set, followed by our second tone meeting in the afternoon, for which there was a surfeit of black polo next. Friday the 13th of January, today I walk around the sets with our Block 3 director Judy Ambrose to talk through the blocking for her first episode before she meets with choreographer Paul Casey for a movement meeting. Thankfully, we're not too suspicious. Monday the 16th of January, with all the executive producers in Cardiff, the editorial team embark on a day of meetings. These included a discussion of key elements for Block 3's opening episodes and a breakdown of future storylines, followed by a Block 2 read-through and notes with added pullover. Tuesday, the 17th of January, following yesterday's read-through, Mark Tondroy meets with First Assistant Director Gareth Tandy and Director of Photography Mr. Bassack to run through his shot list for Block 2, before confirming script notes with myself and producer Chris May. Wednesday, the 18th of January, Block 2 prep continues with our first day of Reese's. Today, we stay close to home, walking through studio builds and visiting a few key locations around Cardiff. Elsewhere, BBC Studios meet with the team to discuss the publicity plan for Block 2 filming. Thursday, the 19th of January, a second day of Reese's takes us slightly further afield, away from Cardiff and across the border. Friday, the 20th of January, my birthday, back at base, the team gathered together for an in-depth Block 2 production meeting, and shooting visits Wolf Studios for a script page turn with Russell and Mark. Monday, the 23rd of January, Draft 6 of our first Block 3 script is issued to all crew, followed by a meeting with Andy Pryor to discuss casting thoughts for the Block's second episode. Meanwhile, the Block 2 team catch up with our composer, and the locations department begins breaking down scripts for Block 4. Wednesday, 25th of January, they accompany two directors to scout out a key series location. It will feature in multiple episodes. My job is to help map the blocking requirements with each team on the ground, finding up any conflicts or inconsistencies so we can establish what works best for everyone moving forward. We return to Wolf Studios for a Block 3 page turn later that day, featuring further discussion of the words spore with added crochet. Monday the 30th of January, Tobias Datum, our Block 3 director of photography, arrives in Cardiff. Millie Gibson ventures up to the production offices after her own Block 2 page turn. Tuesday, 31st of January, the last day of the month, our Block 3 director Julianne Robinson meets with editor Tim Hodges. Sheen finally chats to Block 4 visual effects ideas with me, and Dylan and the Block 1 team officially wrap in studio. So that's actually where I'm going to end this episode. Let me know what you thought of all of the announcements and news that I talked about in this episode. Also in the comments below. Also remember, you can like and subscribe. But that's it for the Everything Podcast Season 2 Episode 126. Goodbye.